Welcome to Higher Source Tarot. We are going to have a series of special readings in honor of the final full moon of 2025. There are many different names for this full moon. Some call it the cold moon. That's probably the most popular name, but it's also referred to as the Yule moon. Now, this special super moon, this final moon, is a moon that tells us the benefits are to be gained in rest and stillness. And so it's the beginning of winter's deep calm, inviting you to pause and find peace in the stillness. The final full moon of the year is the perfect time for reflection and release. It's a time to look back, reflect on the year's lessons, and let go of what no longer serves you. This will bring renewal and new beginnings. This moon's energy encourages you to set your intentions, cultivate new perspectives as we prepare for the new year ahead. There are 3 separate sets of readings. This is the picture for number 1. This is the image for reading number 2, and then the image for reading number 3. So fix your gaze and decide which image speaks to you. 1, 2, or number 3. If you chose reading number 1, you are in the right place. We are going to do both a money and a love reading today, but we're going to start with the money reading. And we have an overarching theme here for you all from the Yule Oracle. You have perseverance. Stay in thy power, dear child, for thy lonely is never alone. When the world is dreadful upon thy, turn to the spirits within thy. You have a spiritual team who is communicating through these cards, who's constantly trying to interact with you, wanting to play with you, wanting to mix it up. So allow that team to guide you. Know that they're always with you. No matter where you are never, ever alone. All right. We've got the Lovers, the Sun, and in the outcome, we've got the Knight of Pentacles here. What is known as the Page of Swords, what is unknown, the Queen of Cups. So I like this reading for you. You have here, this is a time to take a leap of faith. It's a time to believe in yourself, to put yourself out there. Okay, have courage. If you're a content creator, let's make some content. If it's something regarding a job, I feel somebody here is going to have an opportunity to either start their own business or get into a job that perhaps you felt like you didn't fully meet the qualifications. That's not a bad thing, okay, where there could be more training involved. But I definitely love this expansive energy. You have Gemini here, and I feel like with this fiery energy, the wands were the upwardly mobile in money, okay, in terms of the class statuses. So they were always making gains. This is going to be a time for you to make gains. So you have the Lovers here in the past, and this Lovers energy is all about choices. And I feel like for somebody, they're going to have a transition in career. If there was always something you desired to do, but you didn't do it, or perhaps there was something you thought about doing and it just didn't, the money didn't make sense, it wasn't feasible. I feel like this is going to be the opportunity where you get that second chance. You have the in the outcome, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is your guardian angel of finance. So I feel like you're on the right road. I also feel like somebody here is going to have, if you have some kind of a house situation that you're trying to sell, I feel like you're going to make a lot more money on it than you realized you would. So the Sun is such a huge gain and win regarding money. This is a great energy. You're on the path. The streets are paved with gold, I heard. I like that, but I feel like it is an energy that says that you're attracting the right players to the game. You're attracting people who will understand you. If you need clients, customers, if you need reviews, this is where you get glowing reviews. And all you have to say is, if you don't mind leaving me a review, I'd really appreciate it. where people will go above and beyond. It will be verging on a testimonial about you. I just feel like people cannot get enough of you and they will be singing your praises. You might also find too that you get some great deals out there too. If you're looking for something, things are not as expensive as perhaps you thought they would be. Now, the Knight of Pentacles here, slow and steady wins the race, but regardless, it's about winning that race. This is about being in a place where you look at everything, you evaluate everything, and then he takes off running. So if things have been moving a little slow, thank God we just passed through a Mercury retrograde. Anybody else glad to be done with that? But I do feel like if things have been a little slower with money, I feel like you're going to get a nice big burst. I also feel like somebody here may have had an overage on their escrow where they're going to get a refund. Okay, where it's like, my God, my taxes and mortgage have gone way up. What the hell? Where they go, well, we were just a little bit nervous, so we took out a little extra. I feel like somebody gets that money back. And I understand it's not ideal, but it's better than not at all. So with this energy of the Page of Swords, I feel like somebody here, you needed to be cautious. You've been cautious. This is the energy of the known. And so in this particular reading, I feel like you've been doing your due diligence. This is vetting, it's looking at things carefully. But what the unknown is this energy of getting a lucky break. That's what I feel like it is. That's really going to make your heart sing. This Queen of Cups energy that you're coming into feels like homecoming. It feels like the soft place to land, and it feels like exactly what you've asked for. So we love this, but let's see what about your love life here. Thanks to everyone too for watching these. I like to do these full moon readings. I just think they're fun. And anyway. Well, we've got the Nine of Pentacles here. Whoops, sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention. The Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. Okay, you've got to turn for the better with your love life, love calls. You've got the Ten of Cups here and Strength. So you've got quite a few major arcana. We'll take the bottom from here as clarifiers. We've got Cancer, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and the Archangel Gabriel. Expect a call. If somebody's had their eye on you, I feel like this is where they get a little less shy. They come out and they say, hey, let's go for it. There's something about this together, the energy of the Chariot and the Knight of Wands, that just feels scintillating. You have chemistry here, chemistry upon chemistry upon chemistry. And you also have travel here too. So if you're going on a trip, that may be a timing card. I feel like once you return from that trip is when you'll meet somebody. If you're with someone right now, then there may be a plan. It feels very whirlwind, though. It feels a bit of a spontaneous kind of an idea. Let's do it. Let's go away for the weekend. And I feel like that will cause the relationship to grow even stronger. But they're definitely telling you you're on the right track with love, where your love life is concerned. So in the past, you've got this Nine of Pentacles energy, the single lady. And if you say, but I was plenty content and I'm a guy and that's fine, I'll be the single lady. Still plenty content if you were working on your money, working on your fitness, even working on overall stability in your life. I feel like you have set the stage perfectly to attract. You have set the stage masterfully to attract people who will be high quality, because nines are attainments, they're realizations, and they're a new cycle beginning. And this one is phenomenal. So I feel like you're going to find that people want to impress you. Okay, those love interests, they want to show up. They want you to think that they're a match. Okay, they're vying for you. They're feeling like this is somebody special. You don't meet someone like this just every day. So with the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, you get ready, because like I said, this is the kind of relationship that is going to knock your socks off. The Wheel of Fortune always turns in your favor. So it brings in a match. And it also, too, I feel for somebody, helps you let go of an old relationship, something it's not there anymore, okay? I feel like you do have an energy of reunion coming in, but that may also be where you really saw things for what they were and said, there's got to be more here. I feel like you will not be disappointed in terms of your love life. So it's worth the wait, is what they say. And I feel like, why settle for the rest when you can have the best? This is the energy of what you're coming into. Angels are singing. Your heart is singing. You have somebody here who will go to the ends of the earth for you, who, like I said, they want to impress you. They feel like you're a catch. They feel like, man, I don't want to screw this up. If you're in a relationship, I feel like this is a conversation from the heart. This is a conversation that changes it all and says, I like you pretty well. Let's see how it goes, as Abraham Hicks always says. But it takes the pressure off of the relationship. There is no pressure. So what is known as a 10 of cups, okay, it's that energy of finally saying, man, I've been working my butt off. I don't know, why, how people find this. It seems so easy for others. Why not me? Well, guess what? Why not? How about now? How about now it's you? So with this 10 of cups, I feel like you're going to have someone very special in your life, and it really does feel like homecoming. It feels like a perfect fit. Now, what's unknown is strength. And while you're being in this place of biding your time, understand that your point of attraction is full of beauty, grace, harmony, attracting somebody who will understand your ins and outs, who will not try to change you. They don't see you as a project, they see you as a gift, and just as you are. So great things shall come to pass for you. I love you all. I'll be back again soon. Hello, if you chose reading number 2, you are in the right place. We are going to have both a money and a love reading here, starting with the money reading. The overarching theme for your lives is the energy of offerings. I give to you my heart's intent, wrapped in gratitude and thankfulness, devotion in exchange for your presence. Here I am, gifting my essence. So this is a time where your gratitude, your appreciation is your point of attraction. So be in the place too. And a great exercise to try with this is sitting down and writing out all the things that you've attracted that you've absolutely loved in your life, whether it's a vacation, a piece of jewelry, a fancy handbag, a house, a car, being in that place where you say, man, I know this is not the limit. I know there's more out there, universe. All right. You have here the 10 of cups. There we go. 10 of cups. Strength and judgment in the outcome. Now, what is known is the lovers. What is unknown? 5 of wands. So there might be a little bit of competition. Now, the bottom of the deck here, we've pulled out the devil and the 6 of swords. So we've got 4 major arcana. We have Capricorn, Leo. We've got Gemini here, and the Archangel Gabriel is in the outcome. Phew, that was a close one. So I do feel like with this energy, the devil and the 6 of swords, you may be moving away from a feeling of materialism, trying to get into a more simplified aspect of living, trying to get into a place where there's not as much clutter around you. You may find your move to decluttering and saying, I'm just getting rid of crap. I don't like all this around me. Now, if it's something too, in terms of, clearing out old patterns of debt and saying, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to get into all that debt again. I feel like this will be your time where it's for once and for all, really looking at your spending, going through and cleaning up some streaming services or other things that you no longer need, where you're saying, or even gym memberships, and saying there are other ways to do this where I can find a more economical way to be fit and healthy. So with this 10 of cups energy, I feel like you've had that rainbow after the storm here already. That thing that says, man, that was a close one. I'm never doing that again. So if you had a financial emergency and barely covered it, and you said, well, thank God for that, but now I have some debt to clean up. Now, if it's also too that you say, no, I put that behind me and I've been coming out of things and having enough money when an emergency arises that I don't need to do things like use credit cards, you're definitely on the right path here. If it's something in terms of a job, I feel like there may have been a shift recently. If somebody really negative and toxic left a job, I feel like it's given your career longevity. Like, when you're in the place of having the Sunday scaries more than you don't, and you're like, I don't know if I can do this, then that one character, that one player gets ejected from the game and it changes it all up. That's what feels like what you're dealing with here, where you say, thank the good Lord for that. So, your current situation, you've got strength. They're telling you just a little bit longer, just a little bit more. If you're on a grind, if you're making content or something like that, and keep going, you're in the right direction. But with this too, you've got a golden opportunity with that infinity symbol. You've got a lucky break showing up here. And so I feel like your career and money life is about to take off. Even if it's something like a tax situation where you've requested a review or a review of an account, I feel like you're going to get the right person doing that review. And boy, is it going to help you. So if you've been trapped and tethered to some sort of what feels like an unlucky chain of events, you're going to move into a much better time here. So the outcome, you've got judgment, self-mastery, all right? This is here you become the Susie Orman or whoever your financial person is of the tarot. This is really rising to the occasion. Now, if you're waiting on information, I do feel like with this energy of judgment, this is a call, this is communication that moves the whole thing forward. So what you want is here, it's coming. And with judgment, there's a tipping point, there's a turning point in your financial life that's really going to set you free and move you into the future. So what is known is there's been a choice here. And this choice, though, will have your career and money life flourishing. So if you've had sort of this nagging feeling of wanting to sell something, or you've had multiple cars, and you're like, I need to get rid of some of these. The insurance is probably crazy if I started just deleting some things. I feel like you're going to make choices that are really going to help your financial picture feel a lot more abundant. So now what is unknown is you've got a little bit of chaos here with this Five of Wands, a bit of conflicting energy. So there is a change coming that I feel like you don't see. Like I said, it might be that toxic ogre that you work with, and it's going to really alleviate a lot of stress and pressure on you. Others of you, you may have a final turning point with something where you say, I'm going to have to get a new one. I'm going to have to get a new car or a new, if it's something mechanical, and say, I'm just going to have to do it. And then you'll save money in the long run. So I like this. Now we're going to do a love reading here for you all. All right, you've got the Three of Cups, the energy of justice, the Three of Wands. I feel like something here is about to take flight in a very good way. You've got the Page of Wands here in what is known, and the Empress in what is unknown. I love it. So the bottom of the deck here, it's time for you to know love. How about that? You've got the Magician and the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you have somebody who is going to pledge their love to you. If you're in a relationship, I don't see it going anywhere. This is a time where you're going to be thriving and flourishing. And I also feel like with this energy, you're finding a match. You're finding somebody who brings a lot to the table. If it seems strange that you're single, and I mean that in the nicest of ways, where you're like, I don't know why I can't meet anybody. Everybody else is meeting people. Why not me? Well, how about why not you now? Let's have it be you now. And so this magician energy makes you an absolute magnet for people. A master manifester is what this will do for you. And so I feel like you're coming into a time here where you're going to really be attracting people, but also attracting quality. Because there's no point in attracting people when you don't want them. So with this energy of the Three of Cups, some of you may have had a reunion, but I also feel like it may be finishing up some old unfinished emotional business. So you may have seen your ex has changed for taken a turning point or something here in their lives and decided you don't want them. That's how I get it. This is not, thank God they're back in this reading. I feel like it's more of, I'm glad I'm not there anymore. I'm glad that I see it for what it is and that I have this new one coming in. So if you're, like I said, with somebody right now, I feel like the fun doesn't end. You're going to keep moving forward in that relationship. Justice brings in fairness, equilibrium. And it also, too, for somebody, those boundaries are going to be sticking. So if you do have somebody who comes back around, I feel like they kind of waste their breath trying to talk to you. I just don't see you picking up what they're laying down. And so with this energy of justice, it is a card of really looking at your choices, evaluating, saying, is this something that brings me closer to what I deeply desire or farther away? So you may be quite discerning in terms of what invitations you take or don't take. But ultimately, with the Three of Wands, you're about to hit an expansion. That Three of Wands is a relationship that runs the distance where you plan together and it's easy because you're compatible. You're not coming from two divergent paths that don't make any sense. It's not two desperate beings clinging on to one another. It's two people who come together in love and say, let's see where this goes. So what's known as this Page of Wands, if you've been out, you've been quite a social butterfly, you've been getting attention. If you've been posting a little more on social media and you're having fun, you've been getting tagged, that sort of thing. I feel like the people around you see it and they want a piece of it, okay? They want a piece of your action. So with this energy of the Empress, what's unknown is you're headed straight for love. And this also has a baby, by the way. So if you are in a relationship, you might be having a tiny human, ready or not, here they come. But I also feel like ultimately this is a higher level of love and commitment. This is what love stories are made of. This is when dreams come true, when your heart sings. So you have a wonderful energy coming forward here. All good things. I love you all, and I'll be back again soon. If you are searching for reading number 3, you're in the right place. We are going to start off here with an oracle, then we'll have a money and the love reading. You have here candle magic. Finger the spine and caress thy lips. Light the spell spilling from your grip. So this is a time where you have more power than you realize, a time where your alignment is accurate, where you are aligned with the things that you deeply desire. So know that what you desire is also desiring and seeking you. It's coming home to you. All right, money reading first. And we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Tower, and you've got here the Judgment. Judgment keeps coming out in the outcome, which is just crazy. It's happened like I think every time, at least one of the readings. And then you have the High Priestess and Strength. So Holy Major Arcana. Now we've been taking 2 from the bottom. I feel like they're telling you to hold out for what you know is the best offer, situation, or deal for you. If it's something that you're looking to buy, not settling, because I feel like you're going to have buyer's remorse. Now, somebody here had a win and then had a bit of a knockdown. Now, I don't mind the Tower in any reading. We've got 4 major arcana here. You've got Pisces, Cancer, Leo is here, and the Archangel Gabriel. They're telling you that you're being called to action. However, the caveat to that is that you need to make sure that you're looking at things, you're examining, you're evaluating what you're getting yourself into. So you may have had a number of different job offers or even side hustle opportunities. And I feel like somebody got on a real run with money here, but then, like I said, something was faulty. Perhaps you had a faulty blueprint, okay? And I use that somewhat metaphorically, like the plan had some flaws in it. Everything, all the bases were not covered. If you lost a job suddenly, I do feel like you're going to have another offer or opportunity showing up here. Or even if you got into a snag with content creation, there's all sorts of rules and things are not like they used to be. YouTube is no longer a renegade platform where everything goes. Now they have rules for advertising, so you have to be mindful of those or you'll get demonetized, and that's not fun. So with this Ten of Pentacles, I feel like somebody here you were under the allure and the spellbound even. If somebody got you into buying into something, a salesperson who had you just looking at those appliances with stars in your eyes. And the next thing you know, that professional range is in your kitchen. And then you're like, well, I hardly cook. I don't know why I did this. Or that brand new luxury sedan. And then you get the first time that there's scheduled maintenance and you realize, oh, that's $1,000 every time. It's not an oil change on that car. It's a maintenance situation. Trust me, I know, I've been there, done that. And you don't realize, well, it's about $3,000 a year to maintain that new Mercedes. And so, not that I'm saying you shouldn't buy one, but know what you're getting yourself into. So, beautiful cars, by the way, probably my favorite. But the tower energy comes in here, but it also knocks the ego. Okay, so if something got tied to ego, I feel like that's when we really get burned here. And but the thing is about this that I love is that it removes something that's not for you. It takes away something that may have been provoking too much anxiety. It was too burdensome. It wasn't fun anymore. This is where the dream died. It's like, oh my God, I have to go out and mow that grass again. This yard seemed phenomenal until I realized the maintenance that was required. I just feel like somebody here really got to the point where it's like, I'm not in love with that anymore. And there's no problem with it because the tower removes something to bring in something else. Nature abhors a vacuum. So when the tower is here, whatever it is holding you back. And I feel like you're going to be free, free, free. So out of the energy here of the tower, you lead into judgment, which is has you coming out of the coffins of the ego. So you knock the crown of the ego down and then you rise again. Here is your second wind. Here's your renewal. Here's where you say, nothing's going to stop me. And you don't see any barriers. There are no obstacles. There's nothing obstructing your path. So I feel like the tower, let go or be dragged, is so important here because it frees you up. There's great freedom in the card of judgment. It's a tipping point. It's a wonderful turning point that's going to have you moving forward financially. So, in what you have known here is the high priestess. Trust your intuition. This isn't the information that was known. So, you may not have totally trusted something, even if you went along with it and you went, damn it, I knew it. I knew I should not have done that. It's okay. We all do that at some point because the mind takes the wheel. The mind says, oh, do it anyway. So with this high priestess energy, this also is a time of going it alone. So if you lost a job and you've had a patchwork of jobs, I feel like they're trying to tell you with strength, here's your success. The unknown is that you have a golden opportunity coming in. You have infinite opportunities, infinite possibilities, and big rewards showing up. So know that your time is not wasted. Nothing is wasted in God's economy. You keep moving forward because the best is yet to come. So I love this. And I know it's got a punch in it, a little bit of a punchy reading, but I still love it anyway. It's important. So on to your love life. All right, you have here the Three of Cups. These cards are so sticky. The Chariot. Oh, Ace of Cups, outcome. Who wants to fall in love? You've got the Four of Cups in the known information and Judgment in the unknown. Now, the bottom of the deck here could be an earth sign you're attracting, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Whoever it is, though, I feel like they're going to check all the boxes. But I also want to tell you that they're going to absolutely adore you. There's something about this that feels like a revival, a revitalization of your hearts, of your love lives. And so, whoever this is going to be very stable, but they're going to be so enamored with you. I just feel like the love is real. And so, it's somebody who has their act together too. They're very consistent, they show up. They don't keep you guessing. If you need a ride from the airport, you're not going to be wondering, are they going to show up? You're not going to have to take a freaking Uber. I don't like people like that. No, they're here for you, whatever it takes. So you've got this Three of Cups here in the past, and this is an engagement. And so for some of you too, though, if you reconciled and you think you're on a bridge over troubled water, keep on walking. Don't get into that water because I feel like you may have reconciled with somebody that you got somebody else coming in. yeah, we're going to go for it because the cards don't lie. And so something about this 3 4 of cups duo, I feel like if you reconciled and you felt like you were settling, you're going to have somebody else, and that's not settling. Okay, this isn't just the donut hole, it's the whole donut in the outcome. So this chariot energy, we've got here water, we've got Cancer, we've got Earth, like we said, and we've got the Archangel Gabriel. So, with this energy, it's law of attraction. It's attracting a very perfect match. It's attracting somebody who will be there for you. And I feel like they've got a lot going for them. They're educated. They're devoted. They when they put their mind to something, they're all the way in. And I feel like that'll be something that you'll find very attractive. If you've been with lazy people before, those who just seem to, it's like nothing ever comes together for them because they don't take control of their lives. This person is like no other. So you have real love in the outcome. You have head over heels, absolutely swept away a relationship that will grow and evolve. Somebody who comes into your life and it's like no other. You're going to be saying, this is what I've been praying for. This is what I've been asking for, and it's finally here. So, in the information that's known, you may have had a lot of people asking you out, and you're like, they're just not it. They're nice people, but I'm not going out with them. I feel like that's in the known, but the unknown here with the energy of judgment is a perfect match. It's an important conversation. Now, if you're with a person, it's a conversation straight from the heart that changes everything. I feel like you have such a it's a palpable energy of love. It is absolutely irrefutable, undeniable. And this is a higher love. You're blessed by angels. Your spiritual team is in the stands cheering for you. So great things shall come to pass. I love you all. I'll be back again soon.